Austin Reaves' incredible rise this season might just create a major decision for the Los Angeles Lakers, one that could define the future of the franchise. The season hasn't started the way the Lakers had hoped. Injuries have hit the team hard once again, with both Luka Dončić and LeBron James missing time early on. For a roster that relies heavily on its superstars, that kind of start can shake a team's confidence. Yet, in the middle of all that uncertainty, one player has stepped up and turned adversity into opportunity: Austin Reaves. Reaves has been nothing short of sensational. His energy, confidence, and scoring have made him the Lakers' most reliable weapon through the first stretch of the season. While Dončić and James work their way back to full health, Reaves has carried the load, and in doing so, he's emerging as a true star in Los Angeles. He's averaging an eye-popping 35.8 points per game, along with 6.8 rebounds, 8.5 assists, and 1.8 steals. He's shooting 57.3% from the field and 42.9% from three-point range while logging nearly 38 minutes per night. Those are superstar numbers, the kind of production that demands attention across the entire league. For a player who was once an undrafted rookie fighting for a roster spot, this kind of ascent is nothing short of remarkable. But as Reaves' value skyrockets, it's also beginning to create a potential dilemma for the Lakers' front office. According to Sam Amick of The Athletic, the Lakers could soon face a tough financial and strategic decision regarding Reaves' future. While they'll be able to outbid any suitors next July, when his maximum offer from the Lakers could reach 5 years and $240 million, the front office wants to see how he fits alongside Dončić for a full season first, Amick reported. The money shouldn't be a problem, especially with new owner Mark Walter, known for his big spending with the LA Dodgers, having bought a majority stake in the franchise in June at a $10 billion valuation. That last point is key. Walter's arrival signals a new era of financial flexibility for the Lakers. His track record with the Dodgers shows he's not afraid to spend big to chase championships, and that could make it easier for the Lakers to commit long-term to Reaves. But money isn't the only factor in play. Chemistry, fit, and the long-term vision of the franchise are all part of the equation. Reaves' situation also draws comparisons to another young guard who once found himself in a similar position: Jalen Brunson. In 2022, Brunson left the Dallas Mavericks for the New York Knicks, seeking the chance to lead his own team. The move paid off for Brunson, who became an all-star and turned the Knicks into a legitimate Eastern Conference contender. But for Dallas, it was a painful loss, one that left Luka Dončić without a consistent backcourt partner. Now, the Lakers could face something eerily similar. With LeBron James now 40 years old and nearing the twilight of his career, there's an underlying concern that the franchise might soon rely heavily on Dončić as the lone superstar. If Reaves continues to shine and decides to test free agency, looking for a team where he can fully take the reins, the Lakers could find themselves in a difficult position, both competitively and financially. However, those who know Reaves well insist that he isn't driven solely by money or personal glory. His desire to win and his attachment to the Lakers organization are well documented. He's repeatedly expressed his love for playing in Los Angeles and his appreciation for the support he's received from the team and the fanbase. If they find a way to become truly elite, that could be enough motivation for him to stay, Amick added. And it's worth remembering that Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka have consistently resisted pressure to trade Reaves for a star player, showing how deeply they believe in him. That loyalty from the Lakers' leadership is rare in today's NBA, where teams often sacrifice promising young players for immediate upgrades. But Reaves has earned their trust, not just with his production, but with his attitude and work ethic. He's become a fan favorite, a steady presence, and a symbol of the Lakers' future beyond the LeBron era. Before this season began, some questioned whether Reaves was really worth more than $30 million per year. Many saw him as a solid role player, a nice complementary piece, but not necessarily a cornerstone. Those questions have vanished. Now, the conversation has shifted dramatically. With the way he's playing, $30 million might not even come close to his market value. If he maintains this level of performance, Reaves could easily command $40 million annually, or even more. That kind of rise creates both opportunity and risk for the Lakers. On one hand, they've developed a legitimate homegrown star who fits perfectly alongside Dončić and brings energy and leadership every night. On the other, they must prepare to pay him accordingly, and make sure the team around him is strong enough to compete for titles. Head coach J.J. Redick has emphasized consistency, chemistry, and balance as the Lakers look to stay competitive in the Western Conference. Under his leadership, The team is adopting a more fluid offensive system that gives Reaves room to create while keeping Dončić and James engaged in key playmaking roles. It's a new approach designed to maximize the unique skill sets of each star while preserving long-term success. The Lakers have seen plenty of star power come and go over the decades, but what's happening with Austin Reaves feels different. He's not a superstar imported from another franchise. He's a player who's grown within their system, earned his minutes, and now demands recognition as one of the most impactful guards in the league. For now, the Lakers are focused on surviving the early season injuries and building momentum. But in the background, one of the biggest decisions in recent team history is quietly taking shape. Austin Reaves has become too good to ignore, and whether the Lakers can keep him in purple and gold could determine the future of basketball in Los Angeles. Lakers players have found an unconventional and surprisingly effective way to push DeAndre Ayton toward the dominance they believe he's capable of. After his explosive 22-point, 15-rebound performance against the Sacramento Kings on Sunday, it finally felt like Ayton was starting to show flashes of the star potential that once made him a #1 overall pick. Lakers head coach J.J. Redick didn't hold back his praise, calling it the best game of Ayton's young tenure in Los Angeles and a glimpse of what he can bring to a championship-level team. But as impressive as that night was, consistency remains the challenge. According to Los Angeles Times reporter Tuke Nguyen, Ayton's up-and-down production over the years is the very reason he's playing on a modest 2-year, $16.2 million contract, a far cry from the lucrative, long-term deals that top overall picks usually command by this stage of their careers. Ayton's talent has never been in question. What has been questioned, however, is his drive, focus, and willingness to bring maximum effort on a nightly basis. And that's exactly where his new teammates have stepped in, using humor, mockery, and constant teasing as a tool to get the best out of him. As Nguyen reported, the Lakers have made trolling Ayton a part of their team culture. They've learned that the big man responds not to lectures or criticism, but to friendly trash talk that keeps him on edge and engaged. Players rib him about losing the opening tip or getting boxed out too easily. They needle him in practice, shout jokes from the bench, and keep the energy loose but competitive. And strangely enough, it works. Teammates are trying to tap into unique parts of Ayton's personality, Nguyen wrote. They keep him engaged by relentlessly trolling him. Ayton himself admits he's starting to see the pattern, and he doesn't mind it one bit. I'm starting to see it's a trend because I don't get a break until we're on the court, then it's all seriousness, Ayton said. I'm like, oh, so this is a thing y'all want to do. Y'all want to get me to the edge. Y'all want me fired up. I like it. Your teammates are starting to know you, and I ain't had that in a while where dudes really care. That last part, where dudes really care, says everything about where Ayton is mentally. After bouncing around the league and facing constant criticism about his effort level, he's now surrounded by teammates who genuinely seem invested in bringing out his best. For the Lakers, it's not just about what Ayton can produce statistically. It's about unlocking his energy, emotion, and presence. One moment in Sunday's win against Sacramento perfectly captured what the Lakers are hoping to see more often. With just over 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, Ayton missed his initial jumper, immediately fought through contact for the rebound, and threw down a powerful two-handed dunk over Domantas Sabonis. It was a sequence that brought the crowd to its feet and the Lakers bench roaring. Forward Jared Vanderbilt, who has built his reputation on hustle and effort, said that play represented exactly what the team has been waiting for. We've been waiting on that man, Vanderbilt said. I know he's got it in him, so for him to just change the energy like that, first by crashing the boards, then actually finishing with that dunk, it was huge. He let out some energy, and that's what we need from him every single night. The Lakers have made it clear that when Ayton plays with that kind of intensity, it changes everything. His size, athleticism, and ability to protect the rim give Los Angeles a true inside presence, something the team has struggled to maintain consistently since the departure of Anthony Davis from the Lakers. With Ayton locked in, the Lakers become a far more dangerous team on both ends of the floor. The playful teasing might sound unorthodox, but for this Lakers group, it's part of their identity. Veteran leaders like LeBron James, now 40 years old but still the emotional core of the roster, have fostered a locker room atmosphere built on accountability mixed with camaraderie. Players challenge one another constantly, but they do it in a way that keeps spirits high. For someone like Ayton, who has often seemed disconnected or unmotivated in the past, that kind of environment might be exactly what he needed. The Lakers coaching staff, too, has embraced this approach. J.J. Redick, in his first season as head coach, has emphasized communication, competitive fun, and building trust. His message has been clear: talent isn't enough. What separates the good players from the great ones is consistency, energy, and attitude. Ayton's next step will be proving that Sunday's performance wasn't a one-off. Redick and the Lakers believe that if the big man can bring that same edge every night, his ceiling remains incredibly high, even at this stage of his career. For now, though, the formula seems to be working. The jokes, the trolling, the locker room banter, it's all part of the process. And as Ayton continues to respond, the Lakers are seeing glimpses of the dominant interior force they envisioned when they brought him to Los Angeles. As Vanderbilt put it, "We don't need him to be perfect. We just need him to play hard, stay aggressive, and bring that energy. When he does that, everything else falls into place." If the Lakers can continue to keep Ayton motivated through this mix of humor and competition, Los Angeles might finally have found the key to unlocking one of the most intriguing, and at times frustrating, big men in the league. And if that happens, the rest of the NBA will have a serious problem on their hands. The Los Angeles Lakers could soon reignite their pursuit of Utah Jazz center Walker Kessler, a move that many insiders believe is only a matter of time. Although trade chatter around Kessler has quieted in recent weeks, the buzz hasn't disappeared completely. The fourth-year big man remains firmly on Los Angeles' radar as the franchise continues to explore long-term options at the center position. According to Bleacher Report insider Jake Fisher, Kessler's name is one to remember as the season progresses and the offseason approaches. Fisher, speaking on a live stream, outlined how the Lakers' financial situation could shape their future roster decisions. From Walker Kessler to Jalen Duren and every other center set to hit the market next year, rival teams and agents see the Lakers as a franchise still searching for their center of the future, Fisher explained. It's not hard to see why. While DeAndre Ayton has filled the role of starting center admirably since joining Los Angeles, his 2-year deal gives the Lakers flexibility and room for improvement. Ayton has delivered solid performances early in the season, but the organization appears to be looking beyond short-term solutions. The front office's strategy seems clear: maintain financial flexibility this year to make a significant splash next summer. Kessler, only 24 years old, fits exactly what the Lakers could be seeking: a young, elite rim protector who's still developing his offensive game but already capable of anchoring a defense. His combination of size, mobility, and efficiency makes him one of the NBA's most intriguing young big men. The Jazz had the opportunity to lock him up with an early contract extension this past summer, but the two sides never reached an agreement. As a result, Kessler is now on track to hit restricted free agency after the season, giving rival teams, like the Lakers, a potential opening to make a big offer. Utah will retain the right to match any contract, but that doesn't mean they'll be able to compete if the bidding escalates. Through the first stretch of the season, Kessler has looked every bit like a breakout star. He's averaging 16.7 points, 9.7 rebounds, and 3.3 assists per game, all career highs, along with 2.7 blocks per night. His efficiency has been staggering, shooting 85% from the field and even an eye-catching 75% from beyond the arc. Those numbers put him in elite company. Only Victor Wembanyama currently averages more blocks per game across the league. That kind of production is bound to attract serious attention. For a Lakers team preparing to clear major salary from the books next summer, the timing couldn't be more ideal. LeBron James, now 40 years old, along with Rui Hachimura and Gabe Vincent, all have expiring contracts, which will free up significant cap space. That money could easily be redirected toward a young player like Kessler, someone who can grow with the team and potentially take over as the franchise's defensive cornerstone for years to come. Los Angeles has been searching for that kind of long-term answer in the middle ever since Anthony Davis departed. While Ayton provides a stopgap, the organization is aware that its championship hopes depend on stability and consistency in the paint. Walker Kessler's youth, defensive presence, and offensive upside make him a near-perfect fit for what the Lakers are building toward, especially if they plan to transition from a LeBron-led roster to a younger, future-focused core. For Utah, the decision not to extend Kessler could come back to haunt them. If he continues to perform at his current level, his market value will only increase. And once that happens, the Jazz may find themselves in a bidding war they didn't anticipate. The risk of losing a player many viewed as part of their long-term foundation would be a major setback for a team already trying to rebuild around Lauri Markkanen and rookie forward Kyle Filipowski. Still, from a Jazz perspective, Kessler's development this season has been exactly what they hoped for. His chemistry with Markkanen has improved, his passing numbers have jumped, and his timing as a shot blocker remains among the best in the NBA. In short, Kessler looks like a player ready to take another leap, and that's exactly what makes him such an attractive target for Los Angeles. The Lakers, meanwhile, are playing the long game. Head coach J.J. Redick and general manager Rob Pelinka are known for staying patient until the right opportunity arises, and Kessler's situation could fit perfectly into that approach. With their cap sheet opening up and their need for a dominant, youthful big man growing more apparent, all signs point toward Los Angeles being an active participant in the upcoming center market. For now, Kessler remains focused on his role in Utah. His production and consistency have made him one of the bright spots in a Jazz team still finding its rhythm in the Western Conference. But as the season unfolds and trade rumors inevitably pick back up, it's hard to ignore the growing sense that his future could eventually lead him to Los Angeles. Whether that happens through trade or free agency remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, the Lakers will be watching. And if Walker Kessler continues to deliver at this level, the purple and gold could be ready to make a serious move to bring him to LA next summer. Because in a league where elite rim protectors are a premium, and the Lakers are still searching for the next anchor of their defense, Walker Kessler might just be the missing piece they've been waiting for.